Okay. Alright, there we go. Now my music's not blaring. Alright, so we've got a dev playtest. In it we have Mark, DJ, Kevin, William, and an AI. And it looks like there were multi-planet starts. Alright, looks like 3 players have opted to start on this planet. 2 players opted to start on this planet. And an Ifrator's off to a great start wasting metal already. Alright, now that I got all my titling set up and it broadcasted to Twitch and Facebook, I'm back. Alright, so it looks like there's going to be some decent action on this planet. We got the AI, we got Mark, and we've got DJ. Looks like Mark has gone unconventional and decided to go Air Factory first. I don't want to say too much because Mark's in the room. The same office as me, so I don't want to give away DJ strat. Or the AIs for that matter. On this planet, we've got William and Kevin. Kevin off to a great start stalling his energy economy. Yeah, 63180 is the build number. We've been busy. Wow. William's actually got a couple bots building metal extractors. He's got a lot of bots doing nothing at the moment. He needs to fix that. So, new features in this build. I don't think there's a whole lot new from the build that Mark streamed. I think he streamed a build yesterday or the day before. We've got the multi-planet start, which is why we've got 2 players on this planet and 3 players on this planet out here. Ooh. Some harassment coming in from Mark. Should be focusing on Fabbers, not on the commander, but oh well. AI says forget this and wants to get off the planet. Good for him. What else is new? Let's see. Howdy.
I saw your response. Very busy with you sent what you wanted? What? I saw the
Sorry about that. There was a conversation going on in the office. Some early harassment coming out from Mark. Yeah, NIF Raider's not going to have any of that. Anyways, what else is new? Let's see. Spectator panel's been updated, so it's tabbed now. I think Mark showed that off last time. Now you can get total unit count, total mobile count, which doesn't include the Fabbers or the Commander. The Fabber count, which also does not include the Commander, and the factory count of each player. You can also click on these guys to get their vision. If you hold down Shift and click on another person's, you can add their vision. So right now I can see Mark and DJ's vision, but nobody else's. Clicking on the top row just activates everybody's. And the economy panel is now color-coded. So you can see orange is if they are wasting resources, meaning their storage is completely full and they have income. Green is everything's hunky-dory, their storage is between empty and full. Red means their storage is empty and they are currently requesting more economy than they're bringing in, so they'll go into a deficit. And then build efficiency is also color-coded. If it's 100%, it's green. Anything between 80 and 99 is yellow. Anything below 80% build efficiency is red. So you can get at a glance, you can tell, whose build efficiency is below 100 and why. You don't have to. It makes it easier than trying to read all the numbers. You can just look at it and at a glance know who's doing well and who's not. The AI's had some updates. I spent the last half of this week. Yes, actually, the AI was updated 2 days ago to do the multi-planet spawn stuff. They've also been updated a little bit to choose their spawn positions a little better. Before it was they would just get the metal count. Oh crap! I just screwed up my keybinds. Before they would just get the metal spot count in all of the starting locations, and then they would just choose the one that had the most metal spots and then start. They would basically be standing on the metal spot that was closest to the center of their start position, which doesn't really make much sense. So now what the AI does is it checks all of their start spots, finds out which one has the most metal points, and then tries to choose a place inside of their start position where they are within build range of as many metal spots as possible to try to reduce the amount of movement that the commander has to do in the early game. The AI has also had some updates to try to reduce the amount of movement that the commander and the fabbers have to do in order to build things. So it significantly sped up the AI's early game. I mean, I don't have my end game timer going, but you can see like they've already got. Was this 1, 2? Let's see, what do they have? Why don't I just look at the spectator panel? They've got 6 factories running. Looks like one of those is under construction. And this factory count, if I remember correctly, does not include the orbital launcher, because the orbital launcher is not really like a factory that you really care about as a spectator. You really only care whether or not they have one. So yeah, they're running 12 fabbers, 6 factories. So they're getting their count up pretty significantly. And it looks like he's going to get his commander off planet. But yeah, that's the main things I think that have changed. AI nuke targeting has been improved, so I'm hoping that the AI stops nuking things it shouldn't, including itself. The AI now, previously it was just based on threat. It would look around for economy threat, and that's what it would use when determining where to fire its nuke. The problem with that is recon satellites have econ threat. That's why the AI sends orbital fighters to go shoot down recon satellites. So it would think, hey, there's all this orbital threat or all this econ threat over here. I'm going to fire a nuke at it, ignoring the fact that it's a satellite and can't get shot down by a nuke anyway. So you'd see the AI shooting twice into the same area, or firing a nuke into its own base if you happen to have a satellite over it. Now what the AI does is it looks for econ threats still, but that's just a first pass. Then what it does is it gets the units in the area, all of the structures, and then determines whether or not the total metal value in the area is worth firing a nuke at. So yeah, it should do. It'll also look for anti-nukes in the area and either try to fire enough nukes at the target to overwhelm your anti-nukes, or skip it for another target. Let's see what else has gone in. There's been some performance improvements. You can see I'm running, what is that, anywhere between 20 something and 30 frames a second on the client right now, which is pretty good for the amount of stuff that's going on for the moment. We can see Mark starting to lose in an epic fashion. The AI sees orbitals now, but the way it handles attacking with orbital is not the best, because it uses kind of the same logic as land units, which it needs to be a little bit different. I'm actually working on that now. I'm starting to get the first pass of code in place so that I can start training neural networks. Once that goes in, I believe I'm going to have orbital have its own neural network so it can make better decisions on where to go and where to stay away. Because right now it's using threat values, and it's not enough information. Yeah, the AI should try to avoid orbital lasers, but I don't think they're really great at that yet. They'll get better. AI making the move to Tech 2, going Tech 2 Air. So we should see some Tech 2 fighters. Looks like the AI is going to start blow up the remnants of Mark's base as Mark looks to go calm bomb DJ.
That is precisely what I'm doing.
Yep. Mark making the jerk move.
Yep.
No. That's not wholly reserved for the AI. Oh, flame tank. Ouch. Alright, well that took out a decent amount of stuff out of DJ's base. That gives the AI a fighting chance to try to... Yeah, that gives the AI a fighting chance to win this planet. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, nobody on this little rock yet. Okay, well, looks like we've got the Great Wall of William. Kevin still epically tanking his energy economy. You got the AI starting up a nice little base over here. We'll see how fast he can expand on this planet. See if he can catch up to William. Alright, so DJ and the AI have pretty evenly matched mobile numbers. The AI has definitely got an edge on him as far as factory count. We'll see how that actually works out for him. Of course, on this planet, Yeah, I think he's got the factory count on this planet too. Yeah, I want to see the AI use teleporters too. Um, there's a lot of work that's going to go into the AI using teleporters. Right now, the AI sending units from planet to planet is just kind of, it's just there. There's not a whole lot of logic to it, other than there isn't already an engineer on that planet. There really needs to be some sort of a management system that controls whether, basically where the AI wants resources to be. Do they want it to be on this planet or this other planet and all that kind of stuff. And there needs to be a management system there to handle that. And it doesn't exist yet. Once it does, it'll be a whole lot easier to implement things like teleporters. Oh, and the AI loses its Tech 2 air factory, so it wisely places another Tech 2 factory further back here. Limiting planet spawns to players. I know limiting planet spawns to players was talked about. It's just, how do you go about doing that and communicating it to the players in the lobby? I mean, I'm sure at some point, if it's not added by us, it'll be added by somebody. Personally, I think that's going to be a really boring game mode. But, to each their own. Alright, so it looks like the AI brought back its forces to try to protect its base. Its Tech 2 factories going up pretty quickly. Should be really bombing out these metal spots, but it's not. Can't wait. So much more stuff to do to the AI. Let's take a look at the other planet here. AI still building up back here behind Kevin's base. And Kevin doesn't know that it's there. That's beautiful. Didn't miss much, Pony. Just talking about some of the differences between the live build and this one. I think Mark covered most of that in his last live stream. Since then, there's been a few AI improvements. Nothing spectacular. Mostly nuke stuff and that sort of thing. Let's see what we got here. Oh, hey, look. AI decided to take over this little asteroid. That's pretty cool. So the AI is the only player. Not only is it the only player on 2 planets, it's the only player on each planet. On all the planets. Now, AI doing a bit of a pelter creep. Oh, and the AI did end up sending units over here. Good. Excellent. DJ doing his best to try to protect his metal spots. The attack icon is basically the only icon that I could grab quickly to put on here for a tab. You have this main tab, which is just all the economy stuff. I didn't want this thing to grow any wider, so instead of making it grow wider, I just added more tabs. This is probably not going to be the final form of the spectator menu. I have bigger and better plans for making it way nicer, but for now, it just serves as a button in order to change the tab to show different information. So
Sorry, what's your channel?
it's Twitch TV / The Real Saurian.
The Real Story, that's right. I
Yeah.
I was like typing in sorry and like multiple variants of it. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, somebody took my name,
That's right.
and I'm mad.
Okay.
AI actually does use orbital lasers. Actually, the SSX cannon they will indeed do that. Actually, I think he did he have one under construction yet? Probably not. It's kind of early for that, but yeah, I have seen the AIs build the orbital lasers. I have seen the AI end a game using orbital lasers on an enemy commander. Actually, it doesn't happen that much because people build umbrellas and they just um, umbrellas and anchors just kill anything that gets within range. So, anyways, yeah, this new spectator panel shows total unit count just like it did before, army metal total just like the live spectator panel does, but in addition it shows total number of mobile units, which is any mobile unit minus fabbers and the commander. Total number of fabbers minus the commander, and then total number of factories. So it gives a lot of information for streamers, to be able to talk about. You know, the AI's got at least double the factories of anybody else in the game right now, which is kind of cool. And factories, if I recall correctly, do not include orbital factories. So that's just straight, land, navy, air factories. That's it. Hey, looks like Kevin actually balanced out his economy there for a little bit. Oh, DJ is getting hammered. Oh, yes. Shellers. Who does?
DJ.
Yeah, the AI is building up a Tech 2 Air Factory as well, so.
Yeah, but even a few gunships can wipe that out quick.
That is true, but the commander's not on that planet, so he can't just go for the snipe.
No, but he can.
He can wipe out a lot of stuff.
Oh, the AI is not.
AI's building a.
Because I only played with 9 on that planet, or 8. So
Oh,
it is achievable to last that.
it is achievable, but that. It is. Yeah, see, back when I originally wrote the AI building planet engines, there was no, hey, you can set the number of engines in the system editor. So yeah, there definitely needs to be a lot more conditions there under which the AI will go ahead and build planet engines. Because at the moment, this is, yeah, he shouldn't be building that. That's just a waste of resources. At least he's trying to get this up pretty quickly. Let's go back to the main planet real quick. Oh, Kevin's decided to join the party on the main planet. Oh, looks like Kevin's going to try to go to this asteroid too. He's.
Oh, I didn't realize he'd taken over the small asteroid already.
Oh yeah, the AI's got units there. Is that one movable too? I can't.
That one's easily movable. That's 3.
I guess I should turn this on, huh? That's where the commander's hiding. I think that planet's too small for the. Well, you know what? I'm actually kind of surprised they were able to build factories on there at all. That's kind of impressive. AI sending out another attack. AI doing some more pelter creep. Yeah, he's getting a pretty good. He's getting a pretty good gunship swarm going. AI needs to get this Tech 2 Air Factory out quick. Yeah, these gunships are going to be able to put down some damage before they finally get shot down. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, see? There it is. I told you the AI would build it. Yeah, performance has gotten a lot better. There's still work to be done. We're still not instancing units yet. I think Steve said that the fog of war is still kind of a perf thing. So we'll see. Yeah, instance lighting has helped a lot. Yeah, I think the AI is going to get wiped off this planet, which is unfortunate. But again, like I said, it's not making strategic decision choices on like what factories it builds and that sort of thing, so it's really not that surprising. Let's see how it's doing on this planet. Oh, the AI is doing pretty good. Oh, okay. I wonder what happened over here. Let's back it up some. I want to see what happened. Okay. Tactical missile. Tactical missiles. Yep. AI shooting down orbital. Very nice. This poor defenseless orbital. AI about to get a long-range artillery up. I'll start picking off all of Kevin's stuff. Interesting. I don't think that's a good place for Kevin's commander to be, but, you know, who am I to complain, right?
Damn, Williams got quite the base.
Yeah, Williams doing good.
Although he doesn't have much in the way of offense yet.
No? I mean, you know, he had Kevin to contend with at the beginning. If he leaves the AI for too long, he's going to start to have problems, though.
DJ's doing a good job of beating up the AI's base, just don't run the edges.
Yep, I see that. Yeah, the AI didn't get Tech 2 air up fast enough, which is, like I said, it's not surprising. Oh, nifty. AI's getting a nuke up. Yeah, that'll teach DJ. Yeah, the AI should have gotten. It was building a Tech 2 air factory. It just didn't build it fast enough. It was focusing on the Halleys, which is something it shouldn't have been focusing on in the first place. But you know, again, strategic decisions, and the AI is not really making super strategic decisions yet. So, oh, Kevin, thinking better of landing on the little asteroid, decides to. Oh, jump in the fire with DJ. That's probably not a good decision either. Yeah. AI's going nuke happy on the little asteroid. That'll be fun later. I don't know. You know, if that gets built before DJ realizes, that could end the game for him because he's still on this planet. I don't think he's even got... Yeah, see, DJ doesn't have any orbital radar. He's got no umbrellas. So, yeah. That could turn ugly. Oh, yeah, here we go. Is he actually going to land? Ooh, I wouldn't land. Yeah, like I said, the orbital fighter behaviors and stuff are not... They're not great yet for the AI. They'll do better. You know what? The AI may not have orbital recon, as a matter of fact. I don't... Actually, I think it... Wait, hang on. I'll take that back. Let me look. No, it doesn't look like they have full orbital recon. They do not. Interesting. I wonder why they haven't built up another orbital radar on another planet. That is something to look into. That I'm looking forward to seeing. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so. You know what? That's just going to be too much frame rate. Just do that. Oh, AI building anchors of its own. You have to look in to see why it's not building another orbital radar. It really oh no, there it is. Oh, it just doesn't have the economy to run it yet. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure it's building up power somewhere. There it goes. No, they have orbital radar now. Let's see what's going on this planet. Not much. AI's building nukes here too. He's got anchors going up to protect his orbital. Oh yeah, where? On the main planet?
No. The primary moon.
Oh, that's what, yeah, that's what I meant. That's kind of the main planet. That's where all the action's happening. Oh, there you go. He's dead. Alright, so Kevin's done. Oh. And there goes orbital laser. Let's see what it goes and finds.
Are the laser platforms supposed to be that expensive? They're remarkably powerful. They can move fast now. They can kill fast now.
Let's see, DJ.
Combs can go a little more into detail of the specific.
DJ's still on this planet. Has no orbital defenses, no orbital radar. Yeah, this could end badly for him if the AI actually gets it over there.
I had like 3 orbital fabbers building one for about 5-10 minutes. Was your economy was fine the whole time, wasn't it? Yeah. Orbital laser.
Oh, let's see what happens.
5,000? It's less than a Duke. There was one of them that I was building.
Oh yeah, kill that factory.
Like pretty early on, I ended up.
Oh, did he find the commander?
Right.
Did he find the commander?
So I was like, I'll build a.
He may not go straight for the commander. Again, when I wrote the orbital laser code, it was. Oh yeah, see now he's building up an orbital radar. The way the orbital laser worked was a lot different. It was basically impossible to hit a moving target. So now the orbital laser wants to it wants to hit things that aren't moving. Oh, that, and it doesn't know where the commander is, so it can't just make a beeline for the commander. Oop, now it knows where the commander is. Oop. It does know that don't let that build. Yeah, the AI doesn't have like good radar down here, so we'll see what happens. It's definitely going to be annoying at the very least. I need to rewrite some of the orbital laser behavior stuff. It would also be nice if I could just track the orbital laser. Since the orbital laser can actually hit moving targets somewhat okay now, it makes sense to update it to do that. It has no radar on the commander. It doesn't know where the commander is.
That one is definitely building. And it was building at a pretty good clip. Yeah, but the other one was not. Okay, at one point I had 6 of them.
Where's it going?
And it never built.
Yeah, it's starting to get there. It's still got a lot more work to go.
Did you try taking the orbital fabric off of it and
It's
restarting it?
yeah.
Not restarting.
It did see the commander, but like I said, when I wrote the code originally, hitting moving targets was impossible. So it ignores the commander if it's moving.
You might need to have Nick. I don't have a replay for it. Well, no, but we have.
But again, that can all be updated. It's just simple lines of code, not a big deal. It's seriously going to put a damper on the economy here. If it does find the commander not moving, it will go for the kill.
I can't think of what else would cause that, but that's also the first time I've ever seen that happen. I have seen some weird stuff, but a lot of the times I've noticed this also means.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Like I've noticed when I've been clicking on something.
No.
They think I love
Aww.
So I will think I'm working on it, and then
Dang.
assisting something on the ground with my orbital fabric. Which I don't mean to do. Do they decay? Not that quick. I mean, like small stuff decays pretty quick, but
Oh well.
like
That was funny anyway.
laser. Never been very fond of
More nukes, more nukes,
This one will probably not decay at all. It has
more nukes.
Like it has to have
Holy heck.
walls have an explicit
Wow.
value, specifically because they're so split and ones who don't. But it's not just like well, and you don't need to finish them, and if they have a huge
Yeah, SSX, so you get to see the AI does in fact build your namesake laser platform.
but yeah, I don't know. That's a weird case. Yeah, probably. Like them not actually colliding until they're done would be great.
Building that.
What? This is in dev, although I'm pushing to live right now.
Looks like he's got some anti-nukes. That's good. That definitely hurt DJ. Put a damper on his economy, that's for sure. The AI really doesn't have anything else here, just orbital stuff. But it's got orbital locked down pretty well. He's definitely he's got some nukes in the tube. I think he's just waiting for something to shoot at, or having enough nukes to shoot.
I like his navy in that pond there.
What?
I like his navy here in this little pond.
Yes. Wait, what pond? Oh, that pond.
Tiny pond.
Yeah, well, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. I'll just say that. The AI is not done yet.
Mike, is he adding it?
Hey, is the installer done yet? Yeah.
No.
All right.
Nasty emails and install shield all morning.
Oh, nice.
Install shell again.
I'm trying it out now.
AI's got a lot of metal economy.
Yeah, so I'm trying
Needs to be putting down more factories, though, to make use of that economy. Or more fabbers, or both.
handle direct access.
Looks like he is building more fabbers, so
Yeah.
that's good. Does AI have recon on the Earth planet? I think I already showed that. It does have some recon. It's still sending scouts over Williams Base, so it's got some pretty up-to-date recon. AI knows about the anti-nukes, which is probably why it hasn't fired nukes yet, because it doesn't have enough. And I don't think DJ has enough stuff to even warrant firing a nuke at him. I don't think he's got any. That's not what I wanted. Him. Uh-oh. There we go. He has some recon. I don't think there's enough there worth shooting at the moment. He's got 1 nuke built, 2 nukes. Either that or, there's a bug in the code, which is always a distinct possibility. was only a first pass, so 1, 2. He's got at least 3 nuke.
That planet he can only nuke DJ.
What? Oh, right. No, they share a grav well.
That's not how it works.
I believe that is how it
I would
works.
like it to work, but at the moment, to my knowledge, that is not how it works.
No, to my knowledge, it's as long as the target planet, you and the target planet both share a grav well.
Try testing it. It doesn't work.
It doesn't? Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
There's
Well, there's a distinct possibility that the AI is issuing repeated attack commands to the nuke launchers and it's not working.
Yeah. I think I have a bug in on that already. I'll let you double check.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't think DJ is going to get much traction on this planet over here. Unless he's just looking to scout. Well, that's interesting. Yep. Yeah, the bombers are going over there because there's an orbital fabber there, which is not necessarily what should happen. But, you know, again, AI still in progress. Once it gets, the neural networks online, choosing where to attack will be a whole heck of a lot better. What is he talking about? Oh, is the AI messing with him? I don't know. William's in his office complaining about something. I don't know what happened. Oh, I think he's complaining about these because he sent this he sent this groups of units. I don't think he even knew that the AI was there. Well, okay, he has radar, so I don't know how he couldn't have known. But apparently he was upset that the AI bombed the crap out of all of his... Was that bombers and gunships? Yeah. He lost all of his units that he sent along the way. I don't know what he's hoping to accomplish by having all of these fighters over here, but whatever. No, I did not get that copy of Visio. I didn't. I decided that Mark's spreadsheet would be perfectly reasonable. And you can read that as I didn't feel like doing the work to make a flowchart myself.
I do have a document called Kill Me Now about it.
Yes, this I know. Oh, wait, he's got another orbital laser just going around blowing the crap out of...
Will.i.am is also going in with the heavy-duty T2 army.
Yeah, we'll see how far he gets with that Tech 2 army.
Yeah.
DJ's getting all of his metal extractors blown up by an orbital laser again. That's perfectly reasonable. You know, if you're not going to win, then just make sure you annoy people while you're losing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised the night nukes haven't launched. I imagine eventually the AI will get up a large enough supply of nuclear missiles, and then we'll just see one great big launch. I'm trying to find all of his nuke launchers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. He's about to have a fourth missile at least. Fifth? Yeah, he's got like 4 nuclear missiles ready to go. Waiting on a 5th.
A lot of very useful bombers on that planet.
You know... Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, What are you gonna do, right?
Oh, there they go.
What?
There goes the nukes.
Oh, dear lord. Okay, so it's apparently the AI decided it was nuclear holocaust time. He decided that DJ had enough stuff. Holy crap!
That's fantastic.
Oh, how many did he fire?
3.
Oh, nice.
1 got shot down, 2 hit.
Ah. That was awesome. Ah, that was funny. Did his orbital? You know, I'll bet his orbital laser went over that area.
Oh, it had intel? Yeah, I bet.
Hang on, I want to see why. What prompted the firing? No, that's still two. Huh. Is that? Yeah, it doesn't look like you got anything.
A little ways in.
Huh?
Williams' T2 Army has made it a little ways in. Although now we're getting
Oh yeah.
server lag.
You're getting server lag?
That's fine.
I'm not getting any lag.
I think I may even get some history lag.
Oh well, I was I was scanning through the
Oh,
chronocam.
that over the history lag then.
Yeah. Looks like William's gonna do a little damage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at the AI's nuke code because I'm not sure that the AI is following the same rules as everybody else, or at least it has a different set of rules and is attempting to break them and is not being allowed to. Oh yeah, that Tech 2 point defense. He's got Tech 2 point defense over there. They're not getting through. AI is building up a good nuke arsenal on this main planet. He's got like 5 launchers all building nuclear missiles. So Williams on a clock. Whether or not he knows he's on a clock.
Planet, which I'm not convinced.
Huh?
Assuming those nukes can hit this planet, which I'm not convinced.
No, he's got 5 on the Earth-like planet.
Oh, you're
Oh,
right.
nuke in the air.
There they go.
There's one.
Does Williams have a... Oh, Williams good about those defenses, though. He's got a bunch of
He
them.
does. And the AI knows about that one.
2 anti-nukes.
Yeah. The AI goes by the point of impact when looking for anti-nukes.
Yeah.
So
I don't think that's...
that's not going anywhere. However,
Well, the AI doesn't much longer because Williams got a bunch of gunships coming in.
yeah, he really does. And the AI is not moving his fighters for some reason.
Yeah, that's weird.
He will when they get closer, I guess.
William needs to learn to use area attack.
Yeah, he really does.
Those are not good.
Yeah, the AI's got Tech 2 fighters, but I don't think they're set up quite right. Yeah. Well, he stalled that attack pretty effectively, though. The AI doesn't do, like, directed air attacks yet. That's still on the list of things to do. He doesn't do fighter escorts yet, although everything that I've written up to this point supports features like that. So if the AI wants to do fighter escorts, there's really nothing stopping him from being able to do so, other than me telling the AI to do it. Wow, that's a lot of units. Yeah, so why is the AI building up so many units on this planet? Simply because these are here. The AI keeps track of planet occupancy, so it knows there's somebody on this planet, but it's not necessarily building the thing to respond to what's on this planet. It doesn't really do that yet. So, what did he say? Oh,
Something dark side.
something dark side. Yeah, I don't think the AI is going to be able to fit engines on this planet, unfortunately. I'm amazed that AI was able to build factories on this planet. I guess I fixed that problem. But it's so curved, I don't know if there really is a way to put engines on this planet effectively. But yeah, the AI made some major strides forward lately. There's still a lot of work to be done, though. Let's see how William's faring. You know, he's still hunkered into this little area. I mean, I would expect him to have control of the whole planet by now. AI tried to sneak some bots in behind. Awesome. They got caught, which is not so awesome, but you know, whatever. That nuke's almost ready to go. Those are almost ready to go. William's got anti-nukes ready to go in there, so he's okay there. He's got full anti-nukes ready to go there. Oop. AI is launching another nuke. This should be outside of anti-nuke range, though, so that'll hit. Right on top. Excellent. Took out 4 Tech 2 factories. I think that was worthwhile. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh. Aha. I'll bet the orbital laser got hit. Or hit the commander. Oh, lag. Where's the AI's commander? There he is. At least he got one more nuke off. Oh, no. Oh. Where's that going? Yeah, it was. It was an orbital laser. I'm gonna have to get the AI firing off the orbital laser on mobile targets. But it certainly wasn't the first one dead. DJ getting his nuke arsenal up. Sending the orbital laser to probably to go visit William. Let's see where it ended up. Oh wow, that's... yeah, that's enough satellites to make a foothold. Let's see if William's able to see these. Oh yeah, he totally knows they're there. He's got recon on it. He's got orbital fighters. He's got an anchor. He does have some umbrella coverage. Nobody building on the asteroid yet. Looks like he's just going to build up a bunch of nukes and lob them. Gimpy Prime. Is that this planet here? No, that can't be Gimpy Prime. Let's see, what would have to happen to get the AI to move units to that other planet again? Generally, it's as long as the AI doesn't have a presence on that planet, which I think just means that it doesn't have an engineer. But again, that definitely needs to change a lot. Once I start doing work to get to get teleporters working for the AI, there'll be a lot more logic on where resources get sent and that sort of thing. After the neural networks get in and they get trained and that sort of thing, I'll have to do a pass to improve the AI's interplanetary game. Because right now, like, the AI does send things from planet to planet, but it doesn't really do it super effectively. It doesn't do it intelligently. So that's going to have to change. And when that changes, how the AI determines where to send engineers and that sort of thing will change. Where the AI decides to hide its commander will change. Are those incoming? Those must be incoming. No. Well, it looks like they're leaving. Could be wrong, though. I think at this point it's just going to be a huge nuke battle. No, they're totally leaving. Odd. We need like arrows or something on here to show the direction of travel. Am I casting again this weekend? I don't know. It's not an official pace tournament, so I haven't been asked to cast. Normally I show up to the pace tournaments, but I don't know. We'll see. I doubt it. I don't think they're going to need as many casters. Alright, so it looks like 3 nukes launched, 1 nuke landed. I don't think doesn't look like he's going to go for the planet smash. He's got nukes there. Okay, so he's only got the... Oh, no. He's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nuke launchers that I can see. I don't think there's anybody on this planet at all. Nope. So you think he's just going for nukes. Let's see, how many nodes are going to be required? I just did the work today for the fitness functions and stuff like that, so that I can actually start doing training. I think I came out with... God, I'm trying to remember how many inputs I had. I could look it up real quick. I just want to see this nuke land. It's going to get shot down probably. Yeah, he's got a lot of anti-nukes. Let me check real quick. I don't think that'll cover that up. AI neural nets, we've got, at the moment, 13 inputs. Land attack task, I've got 24 outputs at the moment. I'll probably be at the tournament, or at least watching the tournament. And if they really need somebody, or if they want to do like some dual cast, I've never done a dual cast. I think that would be fun. If I could find somebody to cast with, then I might join up. But just like the pace tournaments, I mean that pace tournament was supposed to start at 11. It didn't start at 11, which means I usually log on to um, I usually log on like about a half hour early to get everything set up. Check out the brackets. That sort of thing. Just in general, get ready. And I don't think that tournament ended until like 5 o'clock. So that was 6.5 hours out of my Saturday to cast the tournament, um, which is not bad if it's every other week. It's probably not something I would do every weekend, but we'll see. I know my kids were asking me to play on my 3DS with them this weekend, so I got to find time for that. Well, looks like there's going to be a fight for.
Actually, I can tell them because I'm actually in the chat channel.
Is it live? Rush building orbital lasers. That's good. Keep the commander moving. That's good too. Was the bug the strategic icon thing?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I wasn't able to repro it. I mean, well, no, because he was talking about missing gunship strategic icons, and I was seeing them perfectly fine when he was.
I wasn't able to repro any missing icons either, but
Yeah.
I just did a clean build, and so now I just repatched everything. So.
Okay. Well, I just did the one patch, and I didn't have that problem, so.
Right, but my concern is that it might be from a clean environment that was happening.
Yeah.
Who's in it?
Thank you.
Well, let's see. I don't think it's really changed the way that I work because I take a lot of community feedback anyway. I even when I was working on Supreme Commander 2, like I would watch videos of people that play the game to try to find how they're playing and that sort of thing, and see if I can get the AI to even emulate a part of it. Casting the tournaments and stuff has given me a great opportunity to see good players play, and try to find things to emulate. But that's what I do anyway, so I don't think it's really changed my process. But it's definitely influenced the direction the AI has taken. Yep, we got more nukes, singular nuke.
On my machine, that allows me to totally debug our UI. Really? Yeah. So it just uses the built-in Chrome debugger? It's not the built-in Chrome debugger, but it's their original serving over an inspector. Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Was that a nuke?
Well, that's pretty cool.
Sorry, I wasn't watching.
The people it works for.
It was a nuke. Very nice.
Oh, are you using Firefox? No, I'm using Chrome.
Apparently the anti-nuke shield was breached.
So on mine, I can go to one of those pages and it actually shows an inspector, like the debug inspector.
Oh yeah, definitely Zaphod. All that kind of stuff is going to be in there. Having the AI rush detect to, or trying to, do more of a rush where they don't really go to Tech 2, rush for orbital, all that different kind of stuff. I want the AI to be able to do. Transport drops would be something fun that the AI could do. If anybody remembers in Spring Commander 2, I mean the AI used transports in that game, and it was annoying. Yeah, I mean a lot of that stuff. Yeah. Once the neural networks go in, you'll see a pretty big shift in how the AI plays. instead of just sending units and just kind of, falling against defenses. They'll send units, and if they ooh, another nuke. That one got shot down. If they encounter resistance, they'll back off, regroup, and come back in bigger numbers. Instead of just dying against your defenses. They'll start blowing up your power generators, your metal extractors, and then once your commander shows up, they'll pull back and run away and regroup and find somewhere else to attack. I mean, it'll be a lot closer to what you see players doing. Uh, well, I mean, if you think that'd be interesting for me to cast about, I try to separate the development from the casts because anytime I start talking about the development of the game, the chat just devolves into questions about when this feature's coming out, what's the work on this feature, and I don't want the cast to turn into I want it to be about the game and the match and the two players playing and about the tournament as a whole, rather than it turning into like a developer live stream. Um, yeah, I mean that's kind of how I feel about it. When I'm there casting, I'm there as a fan of the game that wants to cast for the tournament, not as a developer per se. I don't think it'll leave anybody disappointed, honestly. I mean, I've been completely upfront as to what the neural networks are going to do. They're going to add some more character to the way the AI uses units. That's essentially all it is. They're not making strategic decisions; they're making tactical decisions and retreating or attacking from a distance or that sort of thing. It's not going to be, um, you know, it's not going to be the end all, be all end all. Like this is going to make the AI just completely, totally awesome and dominate the game. I mean, that's definitely not going to happen. It's going to make the AI more personable, I think. Another nuke gets shot down. Oh, thanks, Garrett. Yeah, I'm gonna mute my microphone because I don't want any witnesses. So I'll be back. Do I think the AI will ever get good enough to be challenged to competent players? That's a tricky question. I definitely think the AI will get good enough to beat an average player. Um, and I think the options will be there to give the AI enough of a handicap to give a challenge to a decent player. I think that's the hope anyway. I want to make the AI as difficult as possible without doing any sort of handicaps, any sort of cheating, whatever, and then be able to scale it up and down from there, and hopefully not have to scale it too high to challenge somebody that's pretty decent at the game. We'll see. Like I said, the AI is not doing anything strategic minded yet, so.
Backhanded insults to poor players like me.
And I think I just hurt Chris's feelings. Yeah, actually, I had William in here talking to me this morning, saying that he had a really, really fun match against the AI. I think he lost, but he said it was fun. So I'll take that. Steve came in here this morning saying he played a match against, I think, 3 AIs or something. I don't know. I might be mixing up the two stories, but he actually modified the files so that the AI was at a 0.75 handicap, so between normal and easy. Yeah, I believe they both still lost, but whatever. They had fun. And another nuke. Yeah, I think this is just going to devolve into nuke spam. I really think if an Ifrater wants to successfully land a nuke, he's going to have to start sending them multiples at a time. AI passing the Turing test. No, no, the AI will not pass the Turing test. Well, I mean, okay, it depends on what you're looking at. The actual Turing test, probably not. But I have had it mentioned many times when they're playing, excuse me, when they're playing a game, and then there's a sudden moment where you realize that the person attacking you or the person that you are trying to aggress is an AI. Like it's not immediately apparent. You're playing the game, you're getting harassed, you send units to go do your own harassment, and then oh well, this is the AI. Well, crap. DJ finally passed where the AI was in metal income. Oh. He got a nuke through. Was that singular or was that multiple? Did he finally send multiple? Sorry, I was looking at chat. Oh, he did. He listened. Good for him. Yep. Oh yeah, he sent a bunch. A bunch of them got, yeah, some of them got shot down. Trying to heal up the commander real quick and move the heck out of the way. Smart move. Why don't you go? You got an anti-nuke right up there. Go move over there. Move your commander over there. You're out of anti-nukes, but move them over there anyway. In Supreme Commander, the AI chatting was part of the mod. It wasn't actually part of the game. And I had fun with that. The AI would say stupid things like if it launched a nuke, it would say, I'm going to make your base glow in the dark. And it said relatively dumb things, but it was fun. And it was localized. I had my own localization file. So modders could actually mod the AI and include localization for the AI to chat in their own language. Yep, it did have command support. The AI would ping, it would do an attack ping whenever it's launched a nuke. It would ping and let you know who it was focusing attacks on. You could put down a ping and the AI would try to expand to that point or provide artillery and tactical missile support. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, if I turned off the AI marker and just, people would probably not realize they're playing against an AI right away. But again, I mean, it depends on what kind of skill level you're expecting. If you're just playing randoms, then there's really no way to know that you're playing against an AI. Quitch. The AI laying blame, that would be funny. Dang. Nukes flying all over. Oh, there goes some power. Let's go look over here, see how many. Yeah, it doesn't look that much different. Yeah, there's been talk about all kinds of things we could do with the AI. I was saying it might be interesting to have an AI teammate where you just, told it if, you're either controlling the units or you're controlling the, the eco buildup and that sort of thing, maybe defenses. It's doable. Version 1.0 doable, probably not, but, it might be something that gets worked on after the fact. Yeah, the sandbox thing that got fixed in this build actually. That's another difference between the live build and this one. If you put the AI on if you give the AI a 0 handicap, it's not even going to bother building stuff anymore. So that should no longer be an issue. It's not even going to tick. It won't even get updates. It'll just be essentially a dummy AI where it does nothing. Yeah, I like the eco-stats a lot. We put out the patch for the first pass spectator panel, um, and then I started thinking about like what I wanted for when I was casting the tournament on Saturday, and it's like I thought about doing the efficiency percentages for each of the individual economy, each for metal and energy, but getting an efficiency percentage didn't really tell me what I wanted to know. Yeah, you could see that it was above or below 100%, so you knew they were wasting or they were, in a deficit, but it didn't really give you enough numbers. So I decided to go with the actual waste or deficit amount, which gives you a lot more to talk about because, you can look at DJ's and you can say, hey, he's got 3,000 metal income, but he's wasting half of it. If and then you could say, okay, well, if William wasn't also wasting a crap ton, then you could say, okay, well, their economies are actually pretty close together because if you take into account the amount of metal being wasted, if William was actually using all his metal, like he was there for a second, you could say, okay, well, in actual metal used, they're pretty even. And then Russell, or one of our great designers, I believe it was his idea. It might have been Adam's actually. Adam's idea to color code it. It was probably Adam's idea to color code it. So I went through and did that, I think, a few days ago or something, early in the week. My Commander of March stuff is on YouTube. I don't know about anybody else's, but I got my crap up there. I wasn't going to be blamed for it this time. Yeah, I can't wait for the Uber tournament. That's going to be fun times. Well, wasting, let's see. Wasting is orange. The reason, well, let's see. Yeah, wasting right now is orange. Deficit is red. Somebody else made the comment that it should maybe not be orange. I didn't want to do blue simply because I updated the economy bar and I didn't want it to seem like I was just stealing ideas from one of the mods. Um, and it is different. I mean, it's way different than the mod. I just didn't want to seem like I was stealing a color scheme from the mod and using blue. But I mean, I guess we could go back. It's a CSS setting. I mean, it's really not that hard to change. You change a CSS color and you're done. It's not a big deal. There's not much to show for an Ifrator. I mean, he's not doing much. He's just building nukes. He's got a teleporter. Let's see where that actually goes out. I guess I could go comb the galaxy real quick, find out what he's doing. Okay, so he's got a Fabra on here doing nothing. I guess we'll have to keep an eye on that planet, though. I mean, other than that, there's nothing going on.
63180 is live.
Alright, well apparently 63180 is, this build that we are playing right now is live. Not 83180 like Mark said, but 63180.
Yes. 80,000 revisions in less than a day.
Well, 20,000.
Or 20,000.
Lots and lots of revisions. Oh, hey, look, he got a teleporter up again. That's not going to last long. Why not have what? Oh, something else. Okay. Okay, I had to read that again. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what the reaction is. Like I said, it's a CSS color. I could always change it to blue. It's not a big deal. Ooh, that was a hitch. Or there could just be a mod that changes it to blue. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. The econ bar is also supposed to be clickable, although I don't think it is right now because we are having issues with it. Instead of showing the income and the efficiency percentage at the same time, because I thought it looked way too messy doing that, it's supposed to be clickable to toggle between showing efficiency and showing income rate. But we are having issues with clicking panels. So once that gets resolved, I'll turn that back on, and then you'll be able to just, click on the metal side or the energy side and see the efficiency or rate, whichever one you want. And they'll be toggleable independently. So if you want to see, energy income, but you want to see metal efficiency, you could totally do that. Yeah, actually, I think that was Nick that suggested that. He said it kind of looks like a stock ticker now, so we should have like the up and down arrows to indicate a trend.
Don't forget to mention discussion of
Yeah. And then he wants me to create an AI that is basically an AI that is named Dow Jones and just constantly crashes its economy. Oop, was that another nuke? No, that was the orbital launch. The very long player names should no longer mess up the table. What it'll do now is, like we have an AI name that actually messes up the table, or did mess up the table, so it was kind of nice. It was easy to test. What'll happen is if the text goes too far, as long as there's a break point, it'll break to the next line. It'll push this entire row down to the next line, so there'll be more of a gap between these two players, but at least it won't look super ugly. What is going on? Quitch. Nice. Hey, Mark, did you get the patch notes up yet? Yes. I don't know if Mark has mentioned it on the stream, but yeah, at least once or twice a week he likes asking me if the AI's done yet. So yeah, I have to give him crap back.
Hey, sorry, is the ad on yet?
See what I mean? Hey Mark, is the installer done yet?
No, just for that, I'm not going to finish it.
Man, this game's taking forever. Somebody go smack DJ and tell him to win already. Oh, there we go. He's finally gonna build engines so he can smash this planet. That's the other thing the AI needs to do. It doesn't mark planets for what it wants to do with them. Like this asteroid, there's really nothing you should be doing on it except for building resources and building engines. So you have to do something so that the AI pre-plans how it wants to utilize a planet. Oh my gosh. Holy wall of text, Batman. Passive aggressive much?
No thought. And there's nothing passive about my aggression.
Are you going to stop the energy numbers pushing the alignment of the efficiency build number? I would say yes. Again, it's just a simple CSS setting. So there's not much to it. Essentially, I took a guess as to how wide that div needed to be, and apparently I guessed wrong. So all I need to do is, push it out by, another dozen or so pixels, and it'll push the entire efficiency column over, and that'll fix it. And more
Also, it
nukes.
thinks that- Mark, it thinks that you typed in a URL because you forgot a space. URL to points.cat.
Points.cat, nice.
We now have to have a points. We have to get the points.cat.
Oh, that's so many nukes. And so many anti-nukes. I don't think he's got enough. I think this will do it.
I mean,
This'll
that is
do it.
really
Oh!
I don't know.
And that was it. Yeah, exact eco bar. Again, this is just a first pass.
I'm kind of surprised by that.
We wanted something for spectators, and this was just the first and somewhat easiest thing we could come up with. I have a much grander plan in mind for what I want the spectator feature to look like. Anyways, so that is the end of the playtest. Once again, if you didn't hear it before, 63180 is live, so get to downloading, get to patching, and get to playing if you can play. Thanks for watching.